Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, then I'm Imani Beauty and my channel is all about beauty, fashion, makeup and a sprinkle of my life. And if you're existing, then thank you so much for coming back and joining me and for all the love and support that you guys are constantly showing me. I posted a video on Instagram and it was a video on my hair, and since then I've had so many requests from you girls asking what my hair care routine is and how I've grown my hair so long. So if you haven't guessed by now, then I'll be sharing my personal hair care tips and tricks with you on how to grow long, healthy, thick hair. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the products that I've been using. I'm going to be talking about factors and things that affect your hair growth, and also share with you guys the tips and tricks that I've been using to grow my hair long, or if you have long hair already like myself, how to maintain the length, the thickness and the shine. Before I jump into the video, I want to talk a little bit about my hair. So generally speaking, I have curly wavy hair. So for the purpose of this video, I have straightened my hair just so that you guys can see the true length of my hair. I have not had my hair cut in a while, and the last time I have trimmed it, I trimmed it myself. So that is the length of my hair when it's straightened. Now I don't usually straighten my hair, and I will go into the why later on in the video. This video is not just about how to grow your hair, it's also about how to maintain that length of your hair and also maintain the healthy condition of your hair as well. Because if your hair is not in a good condition, it will not grow. That is the bottom line. The condition of your hair has a major impact on how you can grow your hair. A lot of factors can actually affect your hair, and I'll go through those. So like, you've got your age, you've health, like hormones, stress and trauma. What you eat affects your hair growth, and you've got things like conditions like anemia or low thyroid can have an impact on your hair because it can actually make your hair fall out. And also chemical damage can make an impact on the condition of your hair. And by chemical damage, I mean the chemical substances we use in our hair and every day. So things like the shampoos and conditioners that we use, the styling that we do on our hair. So the stress and trauma we put our hair through is all an underlying factor of the conditions of our hair, and it can actually stunt your hair growth. Now that we've talked about the factors, one of the really important things for your hair is your natural oils. Now we don't often think about this because obviously when we've got greasy hair we think, ew, it's greasy, I just want to wash it. But in all honesty, that grease is actually really good for your hair. It is your natural oils, and your hair needs those natural oils. So you need to make sure that you actually keep your hair greasy and let your hair absorb those natural oils. That's one of the reasons why you need to study and look properly at what sort of products that you're buying, so especially shampoo wise. So obviously you're going to need to clean your hair at some point, and having the correct shampoo is really vital, because if you're picking up a shampoo that's going to strip your hair of those natural oils, it's going to cleanse your hair but it's not going to maintain or leave moisture in your hair. So it's so important to pick a right shampoo. I'm going to be sharing with you a shampoo that I've been using, but that's not to say that that shampoo will work for you guys. Now it's all about trial and error. You need to look at different types of shampoos, try them, see if they actually feel good and how they make your hair look afterwards in terms of whether they're the right shampoo for you. The shampoo that I've currently been using is this Sheer Moisture range shampoo. The reason why I've selected and I've used it, I looked at the bottle before I bought it, and it has no sulfates, no parabens, no phthalates, no paraffin, no mineral oil and no synthetic color. So there's no harsh chemicals in this product. And not only that, it's a organic certified shampoo which contains sea kelp, argan oil and organic shea butter. That takes me to my first tip. So my first tip is, don't wash your hair too often. So I would say wash your hair either once a week or twice a week if you really have to. So the whole point is that you want to keep and maintain those natural oils. So if you, like I said, if you're washing your hair too often, you are stripping your hair of those natural oils which are there to help your hair grow naturally, longer and thicker and healthier. If you feel like you want to wash your hair more often, then you can use products like a co-wash. Co-washes are very similar to conditioners. They just give you a little bit of a extra soapy and give you a little bit more of a cleansy feeling. You will actually get used to the greasy feeling and your hair will start adjusting to the grease. It won't feel as as you normally would feel. Moving on, that takes me on to tip number 2. And tip number 2 is deep condition your hair. Do not skip this step. This step is vital for your hair. So deep conditioning can be done with a hair mask, and that can be done once a week, or you can do a hot oil treatment. And now the hot oil treatment I tend to do once a month, and I tend to do the deep conditioning at least once a week. So the deep conditioning that I've been doing currently, and I've been using this product for a little while now. I've shared it in my favorites video, and I also shared it on Instagram, where I've actually used a whole range of the Garnier masks, but I really liked and picked this one to continuously use because it really works for my hair. This is the conditioner I've been using. It's Garnier Ultimate Blends, and it's the papaya food. I use this conditioner on my hair once a week, every week, and I leave it on there for, like, if I can leave it on there for 15 to 20 minutes. If I can't leave it on for that long, I make sure I condition my hair and leave it on for at least 5 minutes. This is a conditioner that's currently been working for me, and like I said, it's all about trial and error. It really depends on what your hair type is and how the product makes you feel as to whether it's going to work for you. But I'm not saying that this has made my hair grow longer, but I'm definitely saying that this has helped the condition of my hair. So it's really made my hair feel a lot less dry. It's making it feel a lot healthier, a lot silkier, and a lot smoother. So as I said, you should also deep condition your hair by doing a hot oil treatment. Now, hot oil treatments are really effective. I personally use these oils. One of the oils that I really like is this Vatica Black Seed Oil. Now, Vatica Black Seed Oil is an oil that contains amla and avocado, and it also contains pure black seed. Now, this oil is so enriched that I always feel like my hair's super shiny after I've used it. It's conditioned to the fact that it's super soft. The reason why I do it as a hot oil treatment is I feel like the hot oil nourishes the hair a lot better. So what I do is I apply this oil as well as the cold pressed castor oil. Now, castor oil is supposed to increase circulation and it stimulates growth. So it's a very good oil. It's naturally and historically known and proven to grow your hair, and also it can be used on your eyebrows and eyelashes. So if you've got sparse brows and you want to sort of have them filled in, then I would use it as a nighttime treatment. So that's something I can do as separate video. So when you actually apply these oils, you need to really massage deep into your hair. So turn your hair upside down and then literally use your fingertips and massage your hair so that you can actually really give your scalp that invigorating feeling, and that you are actually bringing that circulation to your head so that you can stimulate the growth, because all the new hair actually grow from here. So your scalp is where the new hair grow, which is why you need to focus so much on your scalp. However, what I do suggest is when you've done the treatment of oil and you've wrapped all your hair up in, and it's greasy enough that you can feel that there's oil in your hair, I would leave it overnight and I would sleep on it, and I'd wake up and then wash my hair properly and do the full shampoo and conditioner. So I do that without fail every month, and I feel like it definitely has some impact on the growth and the strength of my hair as well. So tip number 3, how should you wash your hair? I've already talked about the shampoo, so obviously it's essential to pick up a correct shampoo, and it's also essential to make sure that you are conditioning and deep conditioning your hair. But it's also good to know how to wash your hair. The best way to wash your hair is actually the inversion method, which is to turn your hair upside down, and then when you're applying your shampoo, you apply a small amount of shampoo on your hand, add a little bit of water to it, and then massage it deep into your scalp, and literally just do that for about 5 minutes before you sort of rinse the shampoo off fully. So it's really important that you turn your hair upside down. The reason for that is because when you're turning your hair upside down, you're actually bringing the blood flow to your head. And like I said, the scalp is where the new hair grows, so it's really vital that you actually stimulate the circulation there, and therefore the hair will be stimulated enough for you to have long, healthy, strong hair. Not only will it just stimulate your hair growth, it will also add volume to your hair. So tip 4, although you need to cut your hair, it's not important to cut your hair every 6 to 8 weeks. If you are trying to grow your hair long and healthy, then obviously cutting your hair will cut out that progress that you've made, because you'll go to a hairdresser, and generally speaking, and this is no offense to any hairdressers that may well be watching my video, a lot of the hairdressers will say that you need to have at least this much chopped off. I feel like a healthy trim would be just to take off less than half an inch, or even half an inch, or just dust off the ends. Now, lockdown has taught me one thing, and that is that I don't need to go to a hair salon like every couple of weeks or couple of months. I can wait until 6 months to actually have my hair cut, and it doesn't feel terrible. And I've actually learned how to cut my, or not cut my hair, but I've learned how to trim my hair myself, so that I'm saving myself the money and also saving my length. So tip number 5, if you want long, strong, healthy hair, then you need to avoid heat. Heat is really bad for your hair. So you may not think it. So if you're in the hot weather and it's humid and you're in the sun, that can have an impact. So that's why when you go out in the sun, it's also essential to wear hats, because you're protecting your hair. The cold weather can affect your hair, because obviously all those winds can actually, draw out flyaways. We're not talking just about weather temperature, we're talking about heat styling. So we all know, and we're all guilty of heat styling. If you're someone like myself who's got curly wavy hair, you want to always sort of change up your style, and you want to have straight hair. So like I said, for the purpose of this video, I've straightened my hair. Now, I don't often straighten my hair. It's been 6 months since I've straightened my hair, because I've actually been trying to get back into a good curly hair routine, which I can share on another video. Heat styling is actually going to impact the growth of your hair. The reason I say that is because when you are using a hairdryer or a straightener, you are actually pulling and tugging and literally frying your hair. So you're going to need to trim it more often, because obviously the ends are fried, they're going to be brittle. It's going to obviously stunt your growth. If you do have to use heat, I would make sure that you use some heat styling products. And if you are using a hairdryer, I would not use the maximum heat setting. I know it's going to take a lot longer to dry your hair, but then think about all the damage that you are preventing your hair from. So yes, it's going to take longer, but a lot less damage. If you are using a straightener, then my suggestion would be that you straighten your hair. I generally cheat and I do not straighten the top part. I just use it to straighten the bottom bits, and I would pick up like a whole chunk and then straighten like that, and never go over the same hair again. In order to avoid heat, my suggestion would be to change it up and use different hairstyles. So braid your hair, or I tell you what, the low ponytail should be something that you should start loving. It's actually a really good way of putting your hair back or styling it up differently, but at the same time not causing a whole deal of damage. So these little scrunchies should be your best friend. When you're tying your hair up, you should be tying it in one of these scrunchies. These scrunchies are so good, they literally do not snag at your hair. They're material based, the elastic is inside, and because the material's on top, they are less damaging for your hair. So when you tie your hair back and you pull your hair out, you're not pulling any hair with it, and that's really important, because again, that will damage your hair. So this is how I would tie a loose ponytail. Pull it down. I usually leave the ends out, and then you can see from behind. So tip 6 is to change up and switch up your parting. Currently got my parting in the middle, and I do often switch my parting up. If you've seen me and seen my pictures on Instagram, where I'll leave the link, you will see that I do often change my parting to the side, and I do also keep my hair back and use hairbands. The reason to switch your parting is because your hair does not like to be kept on one side. You will cause distress to that area of hair and you can start losing hair from there. So it wears, where you've got the parting, it kind of wears your hairs out, and it can cause alopecia and it can cause balding in certain areas of your hair. So if you've got your hair in that part for way too long, your hair gets too used to being parted that way, so that it doesn't actually cover it. So always switch up your parting, and that's an easy thing to do, help, you know, maintain the health of your hair and so that it can grow nice and healthy. So tip 7, in order to achieve that beautiful thick hair, you are obviously going to have to put some work towards it. You're going to have to sacrifice a few things, and the saying that it says is you are what you eat is so true. It is so important to eat the right nutrients. If you're not eating the correct food, then you will make your hair suffer, and obviously otherwise your health will suffer, your skin will suffer. Eating well and eating the correct food is important. Your body is made mostly of water, so your body requires a lot of water intake, and water also helps move those essential vitamins around you so that you're obviously getting the right nutrients to the right areas. Again, it contributes towards long healthy growth of your hair. You need to eat plenty of vegetables. Vegetables that you need to look at are nuts, leafy greens, things like salmon that have got like anything that's got omega-3, omega-6 in it. All these fatty acids are actually really good for your hair, and they're good for you generally. Obviously, you want long, healthy, shiny, thick hair, and in order to grow your hair and, you know, maintain that beautiful health of your hair, you need to make sure you eat the right nutrients. So I pack everything up and I drink it as a smoothie because I find it a lot easier to do that. I also take vitamins. Now, the vitamins I take are not specific to hair growth. I take general vitamins that just help with your general health. I take these vitamins, and these are called Olive. These are from Holland & Barrett, and they are chewable vitamins. I prefer chewable vitamins over normal vitamins because I feel like I can adjust to them better. I can take them and I don't forget because I like the taste of them, I like the feel of them. It just tastes like sweets. You can't substitute your food with, you know, vitamins. You have to eat the right food and then use these as an extra supplement. If you've got good health, your hair's going to grow. So tip 8, when your hair is greasy and you haven't had that wash, I know it's you and it's something that you want to sort of get rid of and you want to wash it off ASAP, but don't do that just yet. Pick up one of these, like a paddle brush, and use that and actually brush your hair through. So when it's greasy, just brush your hair through, to brush it from the top to the bottom, so that all that grease that you've got at the top goes all the way to the bottom, so that your hair from the bottom feels the nutrients. Tip 9, and I know sometimes this is really difficult and sometimes you want to change up the way you look, so you go out and you dye your hair. I'm guilty of this just as much as anyone else. 6 months ago I went and got my hair dyed. I wasn't intending on dyeing it that particular color, but it turned out light blonde gold color. It wasn't what I was after, and I have vlogged that in one of my previous posts, and you can see that if you want to. I'll link it down below. But it wasn't a color that I wanted, and I went back to being dark. And to be honest, I don't think I will change my hair color now, because I feel like that when you're changing up your hair color, you are stressing it out. You are adding so many harsh chemicals to your hair, especially if you're going through a lightening process. I personally won't go back and have my hair bleached, because the more you're coloring your hair, I feel like the more damage and you're affecting the condition of your hair, and again that is obviously going to affect the growth of your hair. If you really want to grow your hair, I would lay off the dyeing of your hair. Tip 10 is that invest in a silk pillowcase or a silk scarf. Now, the silk pillowcases are, generally speaking, really good for your hair, and they're also good for your skin. Cotton pillows tend to strip your hair of the moisture. When you're tossing and turning at night, obviously causing a lot of friction on your hair, and with a silk pillow that friction will be a lot less, so your hair in the morning will be a lot less frizzy and a lot less tangled up. So if you do not have a silk pillow, then you could use a silk scarf. So when you go to bed, if you braided your hair or you've tied it up in a loose bun, you can just actually tie a silk scarf around your head loosely, so that when you're sleeping, you're actually sleeping on a silk scarf rather than the actual cotton pillow. So that's all my tips for growing your hair longer, thicker, healthier and shinier. There's no miracle formula to achieve, longer, thicker hair. But with all these factors into consideration and you being committed to obviously having your hair long, you need to have the patience and the perseverance to continue with that. This is going to take some time and some investment, so you're not going to grow your hair overnight. This video, like I said, was all about growing your hair long, thick and healthy and maintaining the shine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really would help me, and I will see you guys soon in another video, and until then,